Well, from what I remember, like, it was just really like a cool day. It was raining, and I was at my friend's house in the car. Just me and my other boy, Jason, and we was just chilling. And we was just like, I don't know, it was a weird feeling. Like, we just got a weird feeling, and we started thinking about, like, yeah. And it was just, like, very weird. And we was just like, you know, we lost Shy One not too long ago, and we wondered who's next. And then after we ended up linking up with Arai. And then he was like, he was coming down, but it was raining and stuff, so he came in like 2 hours later or something. And we were just chilling, playing PlayStation, you know, regular boy stuff. Yeah. Chilling, not thinking anything of the day. And then we decided to leave, and then when we had left, I think we went to BAA. Yeah. Yeah, we had went to BAA. We was chilling with everybody. It was like 10 of us. All had bikes. We was just chilling, laughing, eating food. We was chilling, and then we had went to 24 Hour, and then we had linked up with more friends. It was just like 15 other people there. We was talking about how we was just going like link up later one night or whatever and go Morgan's Road. So I remember saying to Arai, like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep at your house. And he was just like, no, you're not, like, cause he said that because I usually stay with these guys' houses. Like, we used to always stay with each other's houses, and I didn't stay with the house for like 2 months. Wasn't around them for like 2 months. So when I had told him that, he was just like, nah, no you're not, I know you're not. He sucked his teeth, and then I was just laughing at him. And I was like, I'm gonna see you, whatever, you're gonna see me sleeping over your house. And then we was all at the gas station, 24 Hour, and we was just like, oh, let's go check our boys up on Morgan's Road. You know, we have friends out there, so we was just like, all right, cool, bang. That's when we left 24 Hour.
Yeah, so when you left, just describe what happened, you know, the accident itself, or the run up to the accident. You started going along Front Street.
Yeah, we was going along Front Street.
How many of you were there? Group?
It was probably like eight,
9 of us.
All on bikes, and you were coming from town.
Yeah, coming from town. And we was just riding, and I wasn't elite. I had just got my bike kitted. I used to have the slowest bike, and they used to always tease me and stuff. So when I got my kit on my bike, I was just like wild. Low key, I was just riding all fast, crazy or whatever. So I was ahead of everyone else. And I remember Jari telling me that him and Arai, they both said that they was gonna go Middle Road, but they saw me going Harbor Road. So everyone just followed me. So then, you know, I'm just going along Harbor Road, whatever, not minding my business, not really seeing anything going on. I don't see any lights, I don't hear any bikes, so I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Like, I know my bike's fast, but I haven't been going this fast. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like pretty weird for me, so I stopped in the middle of the road, somewhere along Harbor Road, and I honestly, I felt it in the air type thing, like, you know? It was kind of like, it's crazy, because it's weird. I just stopped, then I was just like, yo, please. I looked up to the sky and I like raised my hands, and I was just like, yeah, I hope nothing's wrong, like, you know? And then took a deep breath and I turned around. And then when I turned around, I just I didn't really have my glasses on, so I saw like a messed up bike, and I was unsure of everything that was going on. And I see a car, and I see my boys, and I heard a lady, she was crying, but I thought she was laughing. So I was just like, yeah, okay, what's going on? Then I heard my boy say, he said, damn, Arai, like, you know, like, and then I was like, what you mean? And then I heard the lady say, get him from underneath the car. So I instantly just looked at the car, and then I just saw him.
Did you know at that point?
Nah, to be honest, no. I was asking my boy Waitiko, I was just like, yo, who's that? He was just like, it's Arai. I was just like, all right, bro, who's that? Like, you know? And he was just like, it's Arai. And he started getting agitated at me. So that's when I knew it was real. Like, and I saw him and my other boy, Deshaun, trying to get the car off. And I couldn't go over there. Like, you know, I have a weak stomach. I can't see stuff like that. So I was keeping my distance, and I was just going crazy. Like, I was going crazy. I called my mother. She was rattled. I told the rest of the group. Everybody was like trying to come to the accident. Like, you know, they didn't care where they were. Some guys were like in time. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. It was just mayhem. Like, I remember it vividly. Like, you know.
for me, the day was different because I didn't see my brother at all day. Like, he woke me up in the morning and I bought breakfast and stuff, and then he was just out for the day. He asked me if he could use my bike, because I had a pretty one.
Yeah.
So I was sleeping all day. I used to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
And then I came out like 8 o'clock because Danny Tom was playing at BAA. So we all met there and went like 24 hour, like Sean said. And he had asked if we could switch bikes because he got tired of riding safe on my bike because he knew I'd be mad if I messed up my bike. So I ended up switching with him. And then we was just riding along Harbor Road. Before we got to Newstead, I saw him go past me and I was calling out to him, but he was just going like, so I was looking at him and I saw him try to overtake the car, and then I was peeking like, yo, what the? And I saw another car coming, and then I saw him fall off. Before I even got to the accident, I had jumped off my bike. It was rolling. I ran to the car, and then he was under the car, and I grabbed his hand, and I was like, hold on, Roy, hold on. And he had squeezed my hand. After he done that, I just jumped up and ran home because we lived right around the corner, like not even 2 minutes. I went to go call my daddy, and he came around, and we was trying to get the car off him, but it wasn't working, so we was just waiting for the ambulance patiently, and everyone was coming to the conclusion that he was going, and I just didn't want to believe it at the time. I knew many people didn't want to believe it, like who we told in the group chats and stuff, because it happened, March 31st? And like 11:45, so you know, April Fools is, everyone's like, oh, stop joking, and I was like, this is serious, like.
And what was the feeling? I mean, he died on the scene. I mean, can you even put into words the emotions that you felt to see your brother like that?
I couldn't believe what was happening. Like, I questioned so many things. Like, I was even saying I could have been me instead of my little brother. Like I really would have preferred it to be, but it just didn't happen that way. I was just shocked and in disbelief that it's even happened.
It really just happened. I remember I was getting back to Orlando, Florida, and I was on YouTube looking at beats. And I heard this beat, and it's just so crazy because the beat, the name of the beat is 3 years. So I was just like, this is a good song. Like, I can make a good song to this. Like, this is very sincere. The beat is emotional. People can feel this. So then I was just like, Arai's date's coming up, the 3rd year. So I was just like, all right, it makes sense. It goes perfect, like, you know. So I just did it. It just happened, like.
Yeah. And it sort of recalls the course of the evening and how you felt. It was almost like a dream.
Yeah.
I guess.
That whole song is basically you entering my world that day. You know?
It seems like Arai was really popular. I read, the Berkeley Institute, all the kids got together and did a tribute. He's your brother. I mean, you knew him all your life. How would you describe him?
He was an incredible guy. I wouldn't lie. Like, as my little brother, I kind of looked up to him, like, because I was all fat and shy, like, and but then he was a guy in his age group, and everyone knew him. Everyone knew me, but through my brother and Sean and everybody.
What do you think it was that attracted people to him?
I think it's just like his smile and how he goes about everything. Like, he doesn't take everything serious, like, so like he cracks jokes all day. Like, he'll make you laugh if you're having a bad day. Like he'll really brighten up your mood. Like,
what was he like as a brother and a family?
He was a good brother. Like, he really looked out. Like, if you needed something, he was there. Like, even if it wasn't material things, like, even if it was just support, like, he would be there for you. Like, you talk about anything with him, keep your darkest secret. Like,
to me, he was just funny and goofy. He was goofy, and I did not know he liked music as much as he did. I didn't like, we did a tape together, and we was in there, like, we was making music like every day, and like, I don't know, he was just a funny guy to me, like really, really funny. Everything that he said, I could say like the exact same thing, but it's funny. He was himself. Like, you know, you could be having a bad day and you would just see him and just laugh. You would see him and just laugh because it's stupid. Like, he'll do something stupid, bro. Like, it's just funny. Like,
even if it was just like coming into a room dancing, like,
yeah.
you just be laughing. Like,
What about his interests as well? You like dancing and
Yeah,
he like dancing. Like, at first he denied liking music, but he really enjoyed doing the music things. He used to sit home and just write music in his room. Like, he had a lot of songs. He liked bikes a lot. He liked bikes.
Yeah.
He really did. Like, he wrote a poem about bikes before he died.
Really?
He wrote a poem about how he was going to die on a bike.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Like, you know, like to speed around a little bit, that sort of thing, when you guys were younger.
Yeah, when I was, especially me, because, you know, I had the slowest bike. My bike was like a lemon. Guys used to leave me. I used to be sick. Guys would tell me, look, you gotta leave 30 minutes before guys. Because guys are gonna come ringing cause you. I used to be upset though. I used to like abuse it. Especially when I got my kid, I abused it. But it's just not worth it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think it might have been Arai's crash that might have made you think twice about that?
I feel like it made a lot of people think twice, and to be honest, I feel like he was a sacrifice. And I don't mean to say it like that, you know, but it's just like, it happened to such a good person and somebody so well-rounded with everyone, so it's just like it affected everybody, because I know everyone my age, they used to speed, you know what I'm saying, speed.
Yeah,
when he died, it was over. Everybody was riding normal, cautious, buckled, all of that type of stuff, you feel me? So it was just like, you know, his death really did something.
Yeah. Message to young riders, I guess, who are out there racing, just like you were. What could you say to them with a little bit more experience that you have doing it?
I would definitely say, like, really take your time and think about who would affect if you get in an accident. Like, it's not just gonna affect you; it's gonna affect your mama, your daddy.
How was the rest of your family?
Yeah.
How was the rest of your family after this?
Everyone's starting to really move on about it, but like, we still have problems with it. Like, I still get dreams, vivid dreams about the accident. Like, I was right there. Like, so I wake up crying sometimes, but then I remember, like, it's a new day. I just gotta keep rolling with the punches. But
is drink driving a big problem as well among the age group?
Definitely, because low key.
Definitely no, though, because a lot of people that's 18 and everything, they go out and they ride out. They don't take taxis, or they ride, go get drunk, and then they ride home.
How about you guys?
I don't do that.
Nah.
We usually have a designated driver.
You do that now?
Well, man, Mad Mike, send it to the camp.
So you actually, so say that again. How do you get around these days?
My boy drives. I have my license, but if I'm going out to party, we have a designated driver. We would choose who we want to drive.
Yeah.
So who wouldn't really drink at all.
Yeah. You taking turns doing that?
Yeah, we take turns.
Just sitting with J-Dose, something the cause we was getting. Talking about on how we lost shot.